Okay, guys, you can see that we're back. Today's week 8, day 4, afternoon. I updated my registration form a little bit right here so that basically we have an avatar URL. And I found an avatar. So, let's look at some code. Let's go ahead and query our database. Do we have a user? Do we? Work. No user. Okay, I must have deleted it. So let's go ahead and create a new user. The password of my password. I have an avatar URL. We sign in and we got successfully signed up. We can create a new post right here. If I want to do something more interesting, let's go ahead and attach an image. So we'll say inside of app.py. We're gonna refactor our model here. Oh, I already did that. My bad. Okay, so we now need to refactor our post form. So inside of home, we have a form here that's for our thing, for our post. So we're gonna call this one image URL. Okay. Get rid of this placeholder text. There we go. Why did I not save? There we go. All right, so now we're gonna Google kittens. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a new post. Let's make sure that we have this set up correctly inside of our controller, right? Our controller is not just magically going to remember all the stuff, right? So we need to do what now? Inside of line 73, guys. We need to add an image URL is equal to request.form. What do we call it over here? Image URL. And I have something wrong with this code.
Why is it yellow?
That's weird. Did I close something? Okay, I'm a bit puzzled right now. Fuck it, let's just see what happens. So we copy this, refresh, we say hello here once, we post. Oh man, it's required now. All right, so we have Q. So now we can look at our posts. Why is this not working, man? I don't know, my bad. Let me close some of these windows. Okay, let's look at posts. Oh my god, why is this not working?
Something wrong with your VS Code.
It's thinking now. Okay, my computer's like lagging or something. Open database. Okay, I'm gonna stop the server. I'm gonna stop VS Code, and I'll restart everything. So now we're gonna go to our project. This is called what? Flask Facebook. Now we're gonna open up VS Code. My VS Code is not opening. Oh, there it is, it's open. Okay. Okay, let's start over. Let's source our environment. All right, open up our database. Now we'll make a query. I want to see a post, and I want it to have a URL, or image URI, right there, an image URL. Okay. Okay, so that's fucking amazing. So now we're gonna start working on our posts page. We need to render all the posts, and we're gonna stick in like the email, the created at, etc. So we're gonna look at the documentation of Bootstrap. We're gonna look for components. We're gonna look for something called card. And I'm just gonna go with this one. So where are we at again? We're in home, right? Inside of our home page, we have a place where we go over each. This is where we map over each one of our posts. So we're gonna paste this code in, okay? And we're just gonna copy out the things where appropriate. So the title, we'll put our code, our body, right here. And then right here, we wanna put maybe post.createdAt. And then the image. I just spent a lot of time doing this. So now we're gonna do post.image URL. Let's just make this card. Let's make it so that it sits correctly inside of the frame. We'll do div.row and then div.column, column 10. Okay? So now we can move this up into that and all this as well. Okay, I think that this will work. Pretty sure. So now let's look at this. Oops, we need to start a server. Python. Refresh. And yes, we have an amazing cat with the card. Incredible. Okay, so now let's look at another cat. Gotta get another cat in here. So we copy this. We're gonna say, hello, this is my brown cat. We'll paste the image and we'll create a post. And now we have 2 posts. Okay, so what's awesome about what we're doing here, guys, is that we've defined, let's just review what we've done this morning. I'm really bad at that sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. I don't review sometimes. But so far, we've defined some endpoints. These endpoints will work with our database, and then it will extract out data or put data inside of it, right? And this is defined by this thing called our route right here. That's why it's the first thing. It depends on the route. It depends on what method we use. I was thinking about this during lunch. You guys remember this right here? Whoa. Where's my options? Where's my... Okay, yeah. Do you remember these things? These are what we're building. And very soon, we're gonna figure out how, instead of rendering templates, to produce all types of data doing different things. And specifically right now, I'm gonna show you guys how we can make an API endpoint listen to a parameter. That's the key objective right now, okay? That's the next step I'm gonna show you. So, inside our navbar, we're going to we're gonna create some more links, and we're gonna say this one is URL for. We're gonna go to our home route, but we're gonna pass in a parameter. Okay, what's our home route again? Home. It's called home. But okay, so we're gonna go home, and then home, and one of them we're gonna say most recent. Most popular. Okay, I gotta figure out how to pass an argument here. I think we gotta say, now we gotta pass this function URL a second argument. We can say filter equals, and the filter is gonna be most popular. I think that's how this works. We do the same thing up here, except it's gonna be most recent. Okay? So now what is the objective? I hope that when we refresh this, we see this right here, I click it, and then our URL will be different. And you do in fact see our URL become different. if you look at your server logs, you will also observe that behavior. Your server took the time to write it down. Why? Because it's very important. I think it's super important. Okay? So now inside of our home route, what do we do here?
You want to define probably both those M.V.C. most recently popular.
Well, so what's going on is when we click most recent, what do we expect?
See the most recent.
Yeah, so let's just think about this. Here is my most recent, right? Now we need a dog. Now let's do a kitten, a real kitten. Okay, this is the newest one, okay? Most recent kitten. I create it, I post it. She's at the very bottom. What if I want her at the very top? We need to sort them, right? And that's what this filter thing is gonna do. If I click most recent, I wanna see this kitten sit at the front. So now we're gonna say, hey, if request dot args dot get filter is equal to most recent, then we're gonna say our post is equal to post.query.all post.sort by I forgot my syntax. I forgot the syntax for this. Paul, help me out. What's the syntax for this right here? No? Sort by descending right here? That?
What are you trying to do?
Sort them.
Before on, you dot order by. Copy the whole thing. Copy the whole thing.
Before all?
The whole thing inside the binary tree.
Okay.
Yeah. And then move back to the left. Yep. Dot order by.
Oh yeah, okay. And that didn't feel right.
Wait, not yet. Post dot. Post dot.
Hold on, no. Post dot.
Column name.
Oh yeah. Post dot created at, my bad.
In parentheses.
Ascending.
I think no.
Let's just see what happens, okay? So we do most recent. Oops.
Okay.
We did something wrong. Alright, let's just look at the documentation now. Flask.
SQL Alchemy.
Flask,
order by.
SQL, Alchemy, order by. Sorry, putting you on the spot, man. I never remember this shit either.
You need to dot another time. Yeah.
So order by.
Dot one more. Add. After add.
No, I want to know what I did wrong. So then we do post.
Created add.
Created at.
That's it.
Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see if this works. So do we have the most recent one? Right? If we go home, oops. I gotta fix this URL right here. This is why we need to use the URL for. Look how my URL got fucked up. So we're gonna go to our navbar, and inside of this home thing right here, this Facebook icon, we're gonna do this as a URL for home. Okay, so now I suspect if I can go home, and I can go most recent, and you'll see that they sort differently. We can do this a shit ton of different ways, guys. This is just the beginning. Okay, this is just the beginning of how you can sort them. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the feature where you can click it and comment on them. Okay, so now we're gonna. Damn, I just. What are we doing? So let's go ahead and inside of our home, our register page, which is not correctly named. We'll look at home, and then we see this is where we're going over all our posts. So now inside of our post body, let's give it a let's make this an anchor right here, and let's make that go to URL for posts post.id. So this is going to take us to a URL that contains that post, right? Now I need to start the server. Post. Could not build a URL for. And a slash right here.
It's the name of the function.
Okay, my bad. My bad. Okay, so I did this wrong. So the second argument is ID is equal to post.id. Okay. Could not build URL for import post.
The name of the function.
What's the name of the function you have?
What did you name it?
Create post? No, it's a view post.
I don't know. What do you name it?
Okay, so we haven't defined a view yet for posting, okay? For viewing a post. So we're gonna go ahead and just do that right here. We're gonna say app.route post.
Single post, no?
Yeah, post ID takes the method get, and we do def view post right here. And I think that will work. I'm pretty sure this will work. So we jump back over to our navbar. Where was it at, navbar? No, it wasn't. It was at home, and we're looking for view post, and the ID will be the post.id. Okay, so we fucked up some indentation. What? Oh, it passed. Okay, so now we can click this, and I want it to go to post slash and then an ID. Okay, so that seems good. Now it's complaining about not having an ID passed in. So we're gonna look at the ID right there, and then we're just gonna get that post. We're gonna say post is equal to post.query, no, post.get ID. I think this. The filter by works for email.
Query.
Query.get. Filter by works for get is a special function that works only on IDs. Okay. So then after we do that, we're gonna do return render template post.html, and then we're gonna pass that post in. Obviously, we do not have this thing yet, so we're gonna create it. Say post.html, and then this is going to extend. And then what is inside of here? It's base.html. We're sitting inside of base.html. That's where we want to go. And then we're gonna do, we're inside the body. And then what are we gonna do here? Let's just copy over our post form right here. I think that would work. Okay. You guys are gonna notice that we repeat this code and it works. Okay. And it does in fact work. But we repeat the code twice, right? We repeat the code here in our home as well as in our post. So this is another great use for a partial. So we're gonna do with an underscore for a partial. We're gonna paste this in, and then inside of here, inside of our individual posts, we're just going to include, and then we're gonna say post.html. Oh yeah. Thank you. And that also works. So now we've consolidated this code, and we can now do the exact same thing inside of our home, right? Is that home? And paste that code right here, and it should also still work out here. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, so fine. Inside of our post, once you're on this, now we can do what? We can create a comment, right? So let's go ahead and start working on that part. So where do I have it? Let's look at our post. I'm gonna copy this form over. Oh, my bad. No, it's inside of our home. We have this form right here on line 9 through 4. Post. form sign in. Okay, so now, instead of this, so instead of that, we're just gonna make this work for comment. Okay, so it's gonna be comment, and it's gonna say comment URL or image URL. I don't think I did that for comments. We don't have an image URL. Does anyone want to see me do images on comments, or can you all figure that out yourself? I want you guys to be able to create images on your comments too. Do you want me to do it right now?
Do it quickly, do it twice. It's not long.
Okay, fine. So now I need to delete the database because we don't know how to migrate yet. So we're going to delete the database. We're going to stop our server. Okay, and now inside of our app.py, inside of a comment, we're going to do something. We're just going to copy one line over. This one right here. So now all of our comments can also hold images, just like our posts, just like our user. Okay. All right, and these are all columns on our tables. Okay, so now here's our form to create a comment. We want this to go to where? On line 4 on our action. When we do this, what are we creating?
Comments.
Yeah, this is a comment. So we should go to comments. Now we need to define an endpoint. It's gonna be at app.route comments. Actually, now that I think about it, we need to change our endpoint a little bit. Right now, there's an idea of like endpoint nesting right here. Okay, why do you guys see nested inside of comments right here, inside of posts, comments? Because comments all belong to a post. So it makes logical sense that all the comments, whenever you create a comment, it should belong to an individual post right here, right? Because each post has individual comments. So this is how you may see the URL designs, okay? So now we're gonna do def create comment. This is gonna be, it's gonna come with an ID. And then here we got to do comment is equal to comments, and we're going to do user ID is equal to current user dot ID, and then post ID is equal to ID that we get passed in through the URL, and then we're going to have image URL is equal to request dot form image URL. Is that it? Oh, we need body too, right? Request.form body. Okay, so after that, we say db.session.add comment, db.commit, a session.commit, return, redirect, URL 4. Let's just go back to the original comment. I want them to see, I want us to flash them. Say, thank you for your comment. Success. Now that I think about it, let's go ahead and do that for creating a post too. Thank you for your post. Okay, so thank you for your comment. Success. Your URL for here is what? View post. Yeah, view post. We pass in ID is equal to ID. This ID right here on the right that we're passing comes from the argument passed in, which comes from the URL right here. Okay. Will this work? Who thinks this will work? We won't work yet. Because on line 89, we have not yet accepted a methods for posts. So I think this will work now. It will not work if your server is not on. Okay, so we gotta sign in. Got this guy. I want you guys to know how to do this so that you guys can do the profile in a second, okay? I think the last input, I'll show you guys the profile. So we'll do, fuck man, we lost our kittens. So we're gonna copy image address. We're gonna say kitten. Okay, we're gonna go to it. We see a form. We're gonna say hello world. This is a comment. Oh, do we have a? Yeah, we also have an image URL. We're gonna say this one's a dog. Puppy. Okay, open image in new tab. Okay, we got a puppy. This work. Oh, because I didn't fix something. Look at the URL right here. So now we're gonna go to a post. This needs to go to post. Post.id. And this would be comments. Okay, come on, baby. Let's pray. So we go to the post. We create a comment. Oops. I'm a puppy comment. And we post. Okay. So we didn't send something called a body. Oops. Right there. Okay. Will this work? I don't know. All right, come on, guys. Puppy post. Puppy comment. All right. So we successfully commented. So we need to do more, guys. What's the? Yeah, we need to show the comment. So now we need to refactor our post, our view post right here. When we're looking at an individual post, we need to inject some more data. Okay. So we're gonna say, hey, let's find our comments, and that's comment.query .filter by. What are we looking for again? ID. Filter by post ID is equal to post.id.all. Now we can stick this in here. Comments is equal to comments. Then we can look at our post right here. And above the form, okay? Above the form, yeah, because before you start commenting, you should read the other comments, right? I think that's how it works. Normally they make you read the comments and then you're allowed to comment. So now we'll say, we'll do our for comment, in comments. We're gonna do H1. We're gonna say that this is our, let's do another card actually now that I think about it. Fuck, I should just leave this open all the time. So we're gonna now go ahead and look at our components, and then we're gonna look at our cards. And we're gonna look at a little one, okay? I'm gonna go with this one.
We are forcing images in this also.
Yeah, so we need to think about images too. Fine, it's gonna be smaller anyway. So just copy this one. Because it's a child, so it has to be smaller. Okay. So now our comment will have what is it again? Comment dot image URL. Okay. And then the comment will have a title. Comment dot body. And I want you guys to I'm gonna leave this right here for you guys to think about, okay? I want you guys to think about how you can get the commenter's avatar URL, okay? I want you guys to think about how you can get the commenter's avatar URL right here. So we refresh, and now we see that inside of our posts, my bad. Wait, we're doing the right thing here? Look at our post and see a comment right here, right? Go home. Okay, that's right. So this is the post, and this is the comment. Do you have any questions so far?
You do an example of editing as well.
Editing?
Yeah.
Okay. So now how can we edit a post? let's start with the post. So inside here, we can see that here's our post, and we have a comment form right here. So now we need to do some more in this post right here. You guys can decide to lay this out however you want at the end of the day, right? I'm just gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna do jfunc, oh my bad, jif. So I'm gonna say if current user dot ID is equal to post dot user ID. Then we're gonna say h1, this is your post. If I refresh the page, should I see this? Should I see this right here if I refresh the page and look at a post? Right? I'm only signed in as one user. So this is in fact my post, right? If I sign out, obviously, I won't see it. Right? Okay, so now we need to sign in. So it's 1, 2, 3. Oops. Oh, I didn't say it. I tried to create a new user by the same thing. So you guys should already know how to fix this. I'm gonna let you guys think about this. Fuck it, man. Let's go and fix this actually. So inside of our create user, there is a situation in which what happens? We need to check to see whether or not we found the user already, right? So we can say if user, then we're gonna do something, right? Pass. So instead of here, we say user is equal to user.query.filter by email is equal to request.form email.first. So if we have a user, we're gonna do if user.check password request.form password. So if this is true, so if we have the user and the user has checked the password is true, we're gonna return a redirect to home. I forgot, it's render template. Render template. Okay, to home right here. No, is it to register? I think it's register. Something like that. Let's just do both. Redirect.
Your home function redirects to register.
Yeah. I think this works. I think this is the better choice. So now let's try to sign in. Oh yeah. URL 4. Boom. So we sign in. I don't even know if my password's correct, to be honest with you. I fuck if I don't remember if my password.
Put in an avatar URL.
Yeah, I don't think you have to put it in.
It's asking for free value, so it comes up. But it is not.
Unique constraint failed user email. It's trying to create the user right now. It's failing over here. Oh, because it got to this point again, right? Yeah, so now so this is actually inside of an else right now. So this should be else. If we found a user. Alright, I think that worked. Okay, now our server failed. Python app.py. Okay, we fucked up something over here on line 65. What's wrong right here? Oh, if. Okay. Now this needs to go over here. Okay, so now start it. Okay, so now we need a source. Now we need to start it. Okay, there we go. I really don't remember what my password is. I'm sorry, guys. So let's just create a new one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we signed in. I'm looking at kitten. I didn't create anything. I don't see the owner thing right here, right? So now we're going to create a post. Fuck. Look at this one. So here's my post. I look at it, I should see this is your post right here. Okay, excellent. So now we're gonna go back to our post, and now if we know that line 14 is true if the current user is the post user ID. So now we need to copy over a form. I'm gonna take this one for the post. I'm gonna use it right here. Except our action is gonna do what? Instead of creating a comment in our URL, we're just gonna go post to a post ID right here, okay? And then, what's our placeholder? What's our value going to be?
Should be the current information.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want it to be. And then you guys can figure out later how to show and hide this thing, okay? So it's gonna be post dot body. And let's go ahead and do the other one for an image URL too. Fuck it. Image URL. So now we gotta change the name body URL right here, URL. We change it. Okay, I think this worked. So here's our image URL and here's our post. Is that right? Let's create this right here. Let's change this, man. This is kind of getting confusing. We're gonna call this one save edit post. Okay, and let's go ahead and stick this inside of a container. No, row. Inside of here we have a column 6. Inside of here we have a container. Okay, kind of better. Kind of better. Okay, so let's think about this. Now we want to save this post, right? I want to be able to save it and then go back. So now, if we submit this now, it's going to complain. Can someone tell me what complaint it's going to say down here?
Has it got the model the model?
It's not going to understand the URL. Oops. Why do I have 3 things here? What? Hold on, let me fix this. Do you have 3 inputs?
Yeah, you got body, one that's image URL, that is body. That was a good one.
That was a good one?
Yeah, that one's dead on. I think. Now you found it.
Yeah. This is the one I want. Okay, so now we edit it. And it's going to say we don't understand that URL. Okay, so we're going to go to app.py and we're going to define it. So now we need to find a bunch of different things. And look, all these URLs are all about managing these posts. It's app.route. It's going to be a post. And there's going to be an ID here. So now we do def create edit post. And that's going to have an ID. And inside here, we're going to say post is equal to post.query.get ID. And then we're going to say post.body is equal to request.form body. And we say this one is image URL. Then we're going to do db.session.commit. Afterwards, we're just going to redirect them back to that exact same post. Will this work? There's one big problem with this thing right now.
The methods in that route.
Correct. It's the exact same thing we did earlier. So now we need to make this post. All right, so let's see if this works, guys. This is the last feature, okay? So I'm sorry for making you guys fall asleep. So now we're gonna change this to Loy is editing this post. Does that work? Right? Now if we look at our home page, we see that we successfully edited this post. Okay, so I've been talking for 45 minutes. I know it's a long talk. Does anyone have any questions before we break and let you guys work at this? All right, guys, good luck.